Hi guys, it's me. I'm back. Not a lot to report. We were able to get my husband out, or I got him out yesterday, and yesterday we were going to go to Hot Springs to see our daughter and grandkids and celebrate Jay's birthday because his birthday was on the 8th, but because of Shaw's back, we hadn't been able to get up there. So we tried to make it out of the house yesterday, and he got in the shower, and by the time he got out of the shower, he couldn't stand. He was hurting so bad. So he dosed up, and he's been taking like half dose of his medication because it takes so very little to affect him strangely. It doesn't get rid of the pain, or it has not gotten rid of the pain. It just makes him not really care. So, but yesterday he took his full dosage on everything, and it made him so goofy. It's kind of funny, but he said, so after he got out of the shower, he took that, and about an hour later, he was like, I want to get out of the house. It had been like, he's been out of the house like once in the 3 weeks his back's been acting up. So, so I said, well, what do you want to do? And he said, I want to go get some ice cream. And I said, well, honey, there's ice cream in the refrigerator. I'll fix you. I call it a refrigerator, not refrigerator. I said, I'll fix you some ice cream. And he said, no, I want to take my wife out for ice cream. It was just funny the way he said it. And I said, well, okay. So we went out for ice cream, and then I made a couple of stops for some errands, and then we've got this new Kroger. It is massive, and it's the biggest, I was told that it's the biggest Kroger in Arkansas. But, and we live like 3 blocks from it. So I said, well, honey, I'm going to stop in here at Kroger. And he said he was going to come in, and I said, only if you ride one of those carts. Number one, he might have been having pain, but he really wasn't feeling the pain, But I said, you don't want to make it any worse. And number two, you walk like you're riding a horse. There's no horse there. So we got out, and he rode the cart, and I'm telling you, I didn't think we would ever get out of there. He was looking at the strangest things and riding his little cart around, and he did pretty good. He didn't run over anyone. But just looking at strange things, and I'd say, what are you looking at? And he'd say, oh, I don't know. And right on. So I think he liked the cart. It was the way when we first were talking about it, it was like I was stealing his manhood from him for him to have to ride that cart. But after he got on it, he was all over that store, and I was so tired because I'm walking along behind him, and he is having a ball. But, and high as a Georgia pine. I mean, he was just high. So after we got out of there, I said, do you want to grab something to take home for dinner? Do you want me to figure something out? Oh, sorry, yawning. And he said, I want to go out to dinner. And I said, okay, there's a new Mexican place. Would you like to go eat there? And he said, yes. Now, my husband isn't a drinker, but he goes, I wonder if they have mojitos. He said it so funny. So I said, I don't know if they have mojitos, but you can't have one. You're high enough. You don't need to mix your medication with alcohol. And he just laughed, but we went to dinner, and he did pretty good through dinner, although he did ask the waitress if they had mojitos. and there was a television nearby, and he'd look up at the television and he'd go at the television and look, and it was hyper interesting to him. And then when he'd turn back around, it would be this look, or I don't know if I can do it, but it would be these half eyes looking into the distance. It was just really weird. But so we made it home for that. So last night we talked about it, and we decided that if we could get him to that level again, that he could probably make the trip to Hot Springs to take the kids out for Jay's birthday and give him his present and give them their housewarming gift. So we decided we'd do that today, with the fact in the back of our head that if he saw he was having a problem, we'd just turn around before we got there and come back. Screensaver. And so he made it good. He was loopy, but he made it, and didn't complain about any pain and such. And we went to Chinese. Jay picked Chinese, and it was good, and we had fun, and he did fine. We went back to their house and visited for a little bit. They have to get up at 5 a.m., so they all get in the bed at 8:30, so we left there at 8. But we got there, my Shaw got in sat down on the love seat, and 10 seconds later he was out. And they have a dog, and the dog was up there loving on him and laying his head on him, and it's a good sized dog, and licking on under his chin, and it was kind of funny, kind of cute. I went to get him up to leave, and I said, "Come on, honey." I try to wake him up gently, and I said, "You need to give everybody love and tell them goodbye." And he was doing hand movements, but his eyes never opened, and it was like, okay, thumbs up. And in a minute I said it again, "Honey, we need to go. It's time to get up." And I said, "Give everybody their love and let's go." And he reached, because he sensed a kid back there. It was Rennie. He reached back there and he patted her on the head, and he rubbed the dog's hip, and then he went back to sleep. So it took a little bit, but I finally got him out of there. And he went to the driver's side like he was going to drive. "No, thank you. You're not driving." So we got in there, and 10 seconds later he was out again, and he slept all the way home. All the way. So Lindsay loved the microwave. It looked good. Jay loved his birthday present, and Rennie had a good time too, so it was really good. Lindsay and I were looking at pictures of when the kids were little bitty, and it's just hard to remember them like that, you know. You go, "Oh my gosh, look how tiny." So cute. They're cute now too, but different kind of cute. But it was fun. So he got to get out of the house and do something. He slept in between. He got to get out of the house. We're calling the doctor in the morning, though. I'm afraid it's worse than sciatic nerve. I'm thinking it's a slip disc, so we're calling them tomorrow and seeing if we can go in tomorrow or get an appointment for Tuesday. But I think we're going to end up having to get an MRI done on him. So yeah, but he has good drugs. But let's see, do I have anything else to tell? I finished the painting of the inside of the Halloween house, and took that to Lindsay, and she was very excited. And her other picture with their little house and all their names on it, and she loved that. And I've got another one that I'm doing for her that's really sweet about her, you know, not being of our flesh and of our bone, but miraculously still our own. It's a whole little saying. It's really a whole little kind of poem, and it's really cute and really sweet. So I'm going to do one of those for her room. But right now we can't redo anything in the house because she's got to have an electrician come. She doesn't want to do all the painting if he's going to have to cut holes and do stuff like that. And she just wants to have all the base work done beforehand. And gonna have to figure out a good day off or 2 days off if she's got it, and go down and help with some projects. But it's gonna be cute. She's been working in the yard and ripping up stuff, and they had concrete poured in the most unusual places, and it was kind of strange, but it was cracked, so she was able to dig around it and pull up big chunks and big limbs and stuff. They have a strange neighbor child. She came home one day and found him on the roof of their house, and he was taking sticks and he was hitting things and hitting the house and hitting her car later on in the day, and just strange behavior. She thinks he's probably got, well, I don't know, issues anyway. So she said she's going to give him one more chance, I think, to, I don't know, whatever. And then she's going to tell his dad, who they live right next door, keep him on his side of the fence. He's not, I can't do that. Screensaver again. So anyway, the kids are okay. They're having to adjust back into school. Jay is refusing to do homework or refusing to do work, and it's just things that teachers have to deal with now that they didn't have to deal with when I went to school. There was a paddle, and you could tear their tail up if they refused to do it. I mean, 8 years old and refusing. I'm sorry, I'm from the old school. You know, you don't refuse. If it's for your own good and an adult just that you know, or even one that you love, he doesn't refuse things to me. It does. He may think about it, and sometimes he may get almost there, but no refusing. Sorry. And I'm talking about reasonable refusal I can handle. No, I do not eat spinach. I know he doesn't eat spinach. Okay, you don't have to eat that. You know, I'm not being a hardcore. I'm really a pushover. But anyway, and Rennie back talking. And again, to the teacher, and no, that wouldn't, you know, I think it would take me one time to go to the school and tear her tail up. I do. So, different people raise children different ways. I'll tear their tail up in a minute. I turned out perfectly fine, and I got my tail torn up. And, you know, now my mother was different, she beat, but my dad, I love him more than I love myself. And I have more respect for him than I can tell you. And I can look back on all the times I got a good spanking and go, oh, yeah, I needed it. So, I'm not saying that I would beat a child, but, you know, they need to learn some boundaries. They need to learn respect. And I don't know. Rennie and Junior are just having some issues, but I'm hoping it's getting back into the swing of things, and things will kind of mellow out. So we'll see. But anyway, their mom's handling it nicely. So, all right, I'm almost done the whole 15 minutes. I am so sorry, but I will talk to you guys later. Hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful work week. Bye.